We already know some battle. All I'm saying is, if you're going to put somebody in harm's way, shouldn't you really be sure that this is the only thing you can do? I don't want you to go to war for me on a whim.
Surrendering first is not an option.
No, it's not an option.
You know what? We would have won probably a long time ago if we didn't have the Americans who hate America first making it so hard to do the job. You know, you've got to admit that's true.
It's tough when your country isn't behind you. I got it.
It sure is tough. It happened in Vietnam, and that's why we made it so
Vietnam was a war that was phony. The Gulf of Tonkin resolution was a staged event.
It could have been a phony.
So the Mujahideen, which we helped create,
Who attacked us in 9/11?
Al-Qaeda. And
Let's
is it
agree to
now
that.
is it now proven that Saddam and Al-Qaeda were connected?
Bin Laden found it after the
Did Bill Clinton announce that Saddam and Al-Qaeda were connected in the 90s? Yes. And so we have a madman connected with Al-Qaeda who connected us, and we're trying to get rid of the madman to defend ourselves, and you're standing here telling me that I need to surrender?
No.
Yeah, you are. Oh,
telling
we
you
shouldn't
to
fight these
consider.
people that want to kill us.
No, I'm saying before we send you or anybody else into a war.
You keep coming back to a rhetorical question that the obvious answer is either we're fighting the war for the right reason or we're not. And the answer is we are.
Well,
And if we sat around and waited 6 more months like you did, Saddam Hussein would have not only built up his biological weapons program more, but he would have had the nukes that Israel took out in 1981. Because of people like you who think what you're doing is right. There's a time you have to stand up and fight back.
it's a very good speech.
It's got nothing to do with a speech.
I wish
it's a
it had
fact.
some facts in there. Nah.
Well, here's this guy that's delusional again.
Okay, I'm delusional. And he has all the answers, but the trouble is,
The problem is you don't
the
know
rest
the
of the
truth.
world knows.
And trying to teach
There's
you,
nothing.
you're delusional.
That's right, I'm delusional.
You are.
For the rest of the world, I mean, that's
No.
delusional.
The rest of the world, Dominic de Villepin of France said there were weapons of mass destruction. Is he lying too, along with President Bush, quote unquote?
Not Americans.
Clinton bombed Iraq 118 times, and of those times, at least 70 of them were for weapons of mass destruction. Okay, so Clinton had to know they were there too. All
And then
right.
he brought us into Kosovo and Bosnia and
How come you guys
never?
never marched against Saddam and his killing fields and his rape and torture of women and the child slave labor camps that we found and the mass graves? How come lefties like you never marched against Saddam?
Good question.
How come you never marched against Al-Qaeda and the Taliban when they were executing women because they wanted college educations? Where the hell were you leftists then? You were nowhere.
That's right.
You
I'm a
were
leftist.
nowhere. And now that we're trying to take these people out, you're standing up trying to act like you're holier than thou? You're the ones who put them back in power. If we pulled out of there, they'd be back in power and it'd be your fault.
That's right.
That's right.
You have the simple
Because you're not
answer.
thinking it through.
Simple answers.
You're not thinking simple answers.
are no simple
It's a
answers
simple situation. You either
wish
get
it
rid of
was.
the bad guys or you don't. Only all you want to do is have America surrender.
Nope.
Surrender now! Surrender, Dorothy! The witch is riding in the sky! Surrender, Dorothy!
Real easy to go.
Surrender, Dorothy!
Well, be angry.
You guys are waving the white flag like Frenchmen.
Be angry.